Alright, what's going on, guys? So, we're all Call of Duty athletes here, right? Some veterans. We represent the wonderful sport of Call of Duty. Some of us are multi-sport athletes. Some sports are harder than others. I would say that Call of Duty ranks pretty high up on the list, if I do say so myself. The amount of blood, sweat, and tears that we put into the game really can't be matched by too many other things. I don't know about you guys. You let me know what you think is the hardest sport in the world. You can go ahead and leave it in the comments section right now. I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, whatever, right? It doesn't fucking matter because you're all wrong, okay? Thankfully, we have Ninja here to set you straight and explain to everyone how Fortnite is the hardest sport in the world. So let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? Like most great topics, this originated on Twitter. I'll never understand how college and NFL football teams allow kickers that just miss kicks. I feel like there has to be pools of kickers in the USA that won't miss simple kicks, or snappers that won't miss the snaps. I don't know, man. It seems so silly. Would love opinions on this. Alright, so as you can imagine, or maybe you were actually there on Twitter for this, pretty much everyone on Twitter who isn't a meat writer or everyone who is over the age of 12 responded to this tweet, letting him know that this was a pretty stupid tweet because obviously it's ridiculous to expect someone to never miss, right? Kicking a field goal is not an easy task. Even the very best kickers in the world are not perfect, right? It's just unreasonable to expect them to be perfect. It doesn't exist, right? It's not just kickers. This applies to every sport, you know what I mean? Professional basketball players, they miss dunks sometimes. They miss wide open layups, you know what I mean? It applies to real life even, right? Nobody is absolutely perfect at their job, as long as their job does take like some sort of skill. I'm sure maybe there are just some absolutely ridiculously easy jobs out there in the world that I guess would be almost impossible to mess up. But even then, somebody's still probably messing up, right? It's just so hard to be perfect at anything in this world, right? So it was just a ridiculous tweet. It really wouldn't have been so bad. Like, it wouldn't really have been a big deal if he had just, tweeted this, taken his L and moved on. It wasn't that serious. But then he decided to double down on his take. And that's how you get roasted, okay? That's how you become a meme. My guy, Ducky the Gamer, came in the mentions with a 200 IQ response. I'll never understand how pro Fortnite players just miss shots. I feel like there has to be pools of pro players who can just click on their heads and hit every shot with 100% accuracy. Just seems so silly. Yeah, so basically this Ducky guy came in and just kind of switched all the words around so that they would apply to Fortnite, hoping to maybe, talk some sense into the guy because he did, after all, ask for people's opinions. So, this guy was trying to, show him what he was saying, but Ninja was not having it, okay? He did not appreciate an absolute peasant sport like football being compared to something so complex as Fortnite. This is the shittiest reply ever. Fortnite requires movement, editing, building, rotating, and hitting shots. There are not positions in Fortnite. A kicker's job is literally to kick. Horrible analogy. Kind of embarrassing. Oh, by the way, real quick, these tweets are all deleted. I don't really know why. I'm assuming because people were bullying him too hard, so he deleted them. But As soon as he posted that reply to this guy, it became an instant meme, okay? Everyone was just tweeting that out on every reply. Let's just talk about this reply for a second. I've never seen someone so confident yet so wrong at the same time. Like, I have to respect the confidence even though, like, you're absolutely wrong about what you're saying. Like, some people will probably believe you just because you are so confident, you know what I mean? It's not always what you say, but how you say it. Anyways, if you look at the reply, you can really feel the disgust in his tweet, right? Like, he was actually disrespected that this guy dared to compare football to Fortnite, okay? Fortnite is in another tier, all right? You fucking peasant, you disrespectful piece of shit. It's honestly kind of embarrassing that you would even mention Fortnite and football in the same sentence, okay? He really went all out. He said Fortnite requires movement, editing, building, rotating, and hitting shots. Don't ever compare it to kicking a stupid ball again. How do these losers even miss field goals, man? I mean, just make it. Honestly, I do kind of see where he's coming from, you know what I mean? He is a professional Fortnite athlete, right? So since he's a professional, I'm sure he's never missed an easy shot, right? He hits 100% of his shots, right? But then again, it would be silly to just compare a peasant sport like football to a real sport like Fortnite. That would just be kind of embarrassing, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. We all had a good old laugh about this over the weekend. This is honestly one of the most delusional takes that I've ever seen. But of course, it doesn't end here. He then followed this tweet up with another one where he pulled out the good old reliable victim card. One thing I learned today is if I'm curious and unsure of something is to never ask for the internet's opinion because I am getting fucking roasted. I don't know if maybe you just think everyone else is an idiot or something, or maybe you actually truly believe what you're saying. You know, it might actually be that bad, but let me just clarify for you real quick, all right? The reason you are getting roasted is not because you were curious and unsure about something and asked a question. Had you actually done that and been respectful about it, nobody would have roasted you. The reason you are being roasted is because you literally asked for people's opinions on the subject in your tweet, but when the guy actually gave you an opinion, you just insulted him like he was an idiot, when in fact, he was making a pretty good point, and everyone else could see it except for you. And then, on top of that, you then tried to like place yourself on some like pedestal above all of the peasant kickers in the NFL because you play a video game called Fortnite, a game that I would like to remind everyone is primarily made for 12-year-old children. The victim card ain't gonna work this time, man. You know, it got declined, okay? Go ahead and try again next time, all right? I mean, it's really quite simple, okay? Don't ask for people's opinions if you aren't actually willing to listen. It seems like you had already formed your own opinion on the subject, and it was a bad one. Maybe next time, you know, try to use a little bit more common sense, and then you won't get roasted by the internet. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, man. Hopefully the NFL can learn from this situation. I mean, I guess the answer was right there in front of them the whole time. Why doesn't every NFL team just go get a kicker that never misses a field goal? Wow, it's just that easy. I bet they never thought about that one before, Ninja. Wow, thankfully we have big brain Ninja here to save the day. Missing field goals? Just make them. Wow, great advice, man. Maybe you should be a head coach. We got the next fucking Bill Belichick over here, man. This guy is just a genius. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, man. Like I said, one of the most delusional things I've ever seen in the gaming community, man. I really couldn't believe it, bro. It's crazy to me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
Yeah, I can never never find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right.